So, why were you so reluctant to answer those comments or messages?
Well, to be very honest, that I spent all my life, or most of my life, in violence and hate and bitterness. And when once in a while we're receiving messages like that or threat, and it's very easy for some people to think that because they feel secure and anonymous on the internet, and they can send hate letters and stuff. But this time it was like pretty serious, because when people are so desperate, or so desperate, just then after that to send like messages, random messages to everybody and a lot of people, and then calling you in the middle of the night, calling your loved ones, and then bragging about you and your organization, saying, well, I'm gonna go in high schools and shoot everybody, and I'm gonna say that it's all your fault. And it's really not about your favorite enemies or Jeff or our reputation. Or at one point, I think that we need to be careful about those issues. Some people are talking, some people are just trying to get some attention, some people are just like, they're so lonely and hopeless, they're screaming. It's a way to scream love. But some other people are just, you need to be a little more careful. And honestly, I didn't really want to comment about that until we receive like dead animals. And for me it was like a major breakdown, because I really love animals, and I'm always like, when you're abusing people that are in a position where they don't have the power to fight back. I mean, it doesn't take a man, doesn't take a lot of courage. It's not even about, I need love, or I'm hopeless. Then it's just like, for me, you're just crossing the line, telling me that it's not about you looking for love. It's about you having like a thirst to destroy what's beautiful. And I've seen Jeff very concerned about it, but he's okay, and we needed to take care of that, and we needed to step back a little just to make sure that people, the authorities doing the investigation, were we're dealing the so anonymity on the internet, and they've been taking care of that. But I think the whole thing for me is just to when you're believing in something and you feel that it's right, just step out, and just talk. And that's why I always have respect for people that are sending me messages and just say, oh, Alex, and I think I believe that what your message is full of bullshit or whatever, or just like people from the same gangs that I've been in sending me like message, oh, you're a traitor, and and just calling me names. And then when you still have like an open door to communication, shows me a lot of the character of the person I'm dealing with. But with some people, it's just about destroying and having the impression of having the power, because those people are not fighting against the powerlessness of their life. They're just trying to abuse others. So I was very happy to see how things turns out, and that people, they didn't stand up for like YFE or your favorite enemies, but really for what they believed in. So if you want to destroy whatever you want, go for it. But the beauty of it is, we still have the will to do it, and we still have the desire to go further. So, and Jeff's going to talk about it more, and we'll see. But at least if you're not agreeing about what we're doing, just be a man, and just talk about it and leave an open door, and we're going to be able to share a little bit about it. We might ended up like not being on the same page, but at least we're going to feel like there's like mutual respect. But when you're abusing others and animals, I mean, I'd rather have like a gunshot in the chest, than seeing like in a box and an animal abused by some sick wackos believing is very like powerful, and but at the same time it's just like I really love animals. So anyway, so just wait for Jeff's video. He's gonna talk a little bit more about it. So, and it's not a big deal, you know, everybody's okay. Well, it was a big deal, but everybody's okay, and the authorities have been taking care of that, you know, that situation. And when you're receiving like whatever messages, it's not even about your favorite enemies. When you're receiving things, and you know, the internet is a beautiful place to communicate, and this crazy place as well for all type of people. So it's about you deciding what type of people are entering your house and your home and your life. And so just be careful. It might be us, the fraud. Ooh. But respect animals and people that don't have the power to fight back. So that's it. That was my humble opinion about it.